Thought live stream. Just want to see what is everybody up to today. I'll wait for a few people to see if they join in. Hey, Brandon, joining. Not much. Couple more days, then the lockdown is over. Yeah, can't wait to actually uh, start the action figure hunting again. 'Downfall. I'm supposed to be having a guest come on, so I'm just waiting for him to show up. You guys hear me okay? I'm using a different computer than last time. Okay, good. Want to introduce a guest that's going to be on this live stream. He has been on a few of my videos. Welcome to the live stream, Neil, Temple of Doom. Hey, Neil.
How are you, sir?
Pretty good. How are you?
Oh, let's hope this works. Oh, does it look terrible? It looks terrible. I knew it. It looks awful. Why so bad? Yeah, might want to abort this one. I don't know how to make that look any better. I look ridiculously bad. Do you know how to, or just need a better laptop? You think?
I'm still learning.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh man, are we gonna do this anyway? I guess. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's up to you.
Okay.
I think it should be okay.
Yeah, okay. It's kind of getting a little better, but it's an interesting lesson, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to test it all out. Anyway, how you doing, man?
I haven't gone insane.
Well, that's good. A lot of other people sure have. Yeah. It's true, unfortunately. You know, not too crazy, but not super crazy. But that's good.
Yeah.
How's your mom?
She hasn't drove me nuts yet. So what you've been up to?
I have been working like a dog.
Yeah.
I have a financial job where I'm a certified lender with a financial company, and I basically work my ass off.
Yeah.
Luckily, they're nice people. Like everyone I work with is really cool. So that's a huge relief, you know, because to me, the job's only as good as your boss or bosses. So yeah, nah, I've just been working a lot, man. That's, you know, watching shows when I can, playing video games when I can, you know.
Yeah.
But that's it.
You had a few people that said hi.
Hey, Downfall Wrestling.
I want to kind of start off with some sad news for what you told me earlier about the end of pop culture.
Yeah, it seems that way. I mean, that's totally up to Greg Silver Screen, of course.
Yeah.
It's his show, and I'm eternally grateful for all the time you know that we had on the radio. So run of 4. I won't stretch it to 5 years. It's kind of like the pandemic hit right at March 2020. So yeah. Anyway, it was great. I mean, we did a lot of fun stuff and amazing interviews with people on the show. And you, Mr. Cooper, Canadian Blu-ray, you actually were our #1 fan. So I got to thank you for that. You were definitely where is it? There we go. Number one fan right here. So we appreciate your support so much. But yeah, because of so many things changing, obviously the incredibly unfair Bell Media layoffs for one. Those anyway. Yeah, a lot of bad things have been going on. Unfortunate things, you know, in the 2020s so far. Great decade. So yeah, unfortunately, it seems like it's done. It seems like pop culture's done. I don't know if he wants to continue it, you know, then he will. So it's his show. Like I said, I'm just grateful to help out. You know, co-writing and editing the videos and shooting all the videos, getting a lot of interviews. I got like over 50 celebrity guest interviews at cons and over the radio, and most of those again are thanks to Greg. So you know, I miss it. I miss being on the radio.
Yeah, it must have been a huge difference from going to the radio to posting on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, like you were saying earlier, you know, it's not the same, right? It's really difficult to do pop culture as a video on YouTube because we have like a studio space. We're not gonna, you know, spend money on a budget on a show that we're not paid to do anyway, right? We do it for the love of entertainment news. You know, we do it for the love of just making videos and making radio shows as it used to be. So yeah, you know, it's you know, it's fine, it's fun. Our friends and family enjoy it, and it's still watchable, and we're still, you know, informing people about upcoming stuff, you know, and everything, movies and TV shows and video games and toys, right? So it was okay. You know, we did a few videos and they were fun, but we're not going to be able to do them anymore. So it's just kind of, you know, yeah, wish it was back on the radio, but oh well, you know, on to newer things, I guess.
I was lucky enough to be on one of your shows.
Yes, you were. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And again, like, thank you so much for coming into the studio so many times and, you know, just doing your own little videos and stuff too. So thank you for promoting us.
I was wondering, do you want to talk about a little bit wrestling or?
I can a little bit. Have you been watching the A&E biographies?
No, I haven't seen any of them.
Oh, you should. They're really good, especially
Yeah.
the Randy Savage one, which is kind of a little bit controversial. When they interviewed Gorgeous George, his girlfriend or whatever, his manager or whatever it was in WCW in the late 90s. She kind of told some kind of unfortunate stories about Randy, but he's passed on, so there's really no reason to talk dirty about him. But I guess they just wanted to reveal anything and everything, right? I mean, there was some disturbing stuff about some other wrestlers too that they released too, and it was like, I don't know, but you take the good with the bad, I guess.
Yeah.
The Mick Foley one was really good, and Bret Hart, Canadian hero, Canadian legend, the Hitman, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. That's going to be the next biography on A&E.
Yeah.
See, I'm still promoting.
Did you hear about the releases that WWE did today?
Oh, there were more releases?
Yeah.
Who released? Anybody I know?
Braun Strowman was one of them.
Really? Strowman?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was the monster among men. I thought he was the big guy, like their huge guy. I thought he was the big guy of WWE. Now the Big Show's moved on, and Kane and Undertaker basically retired, right? But wow, that's shocking. Wow.
Yeah.
I was speaking of wrestling, I was actually chatting with Mickie James on Instagram. The Instagram Messenger. I know it's the real her, by the way. I know it's the real her. She's done videos under this many times. And someone was impersonating her. And it said, Mickie James 506 or something is following you. So if you follow wrestlers or any celebrities on social media, sometimes you'll get a fake profile following you or asking for your friendship. Yeah. But obviously it's just baloney, right? Yeah. So I told Mickie about that. Like, oh, thanks, Neil, and I'll report her way or him or whoever, right? So yeah. So many impersonators. But yeah, I don't know. Are you watching AEW at all, or?
I watch it every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Jericho.
This past weekend they had another pay-per-view.
Oh, did they? Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the WWE pay-per-view in a very, very long time. Like a new one. I guess WrestleMania would be the only one, but that's highlights, though. I didn't actually watch the whole thing. I just watched what went down. So, and it wasn't that great this year's WrestleMania. I loved the Asuka and Rhea Ripley match. I thought that was great, but most of the other matches were just kind of meh, So I'm not really much wrestling these days anymore. Watching TV, cable shows and streaming shows. Yeah, like non-wrestling TV, I guess.
You've been thinking of the DC shows so far.
The DC shows? Actually, I'm glad you asked, because I just finished watching the latest episode of Superman and Lois.
Yeah.
Which is actually pretty good.
Yeah, I know. I like the one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great cast, and it's Superman. He's got kids, so you've got that dynamic, just like Heath Slater. He's got kids. It's that kind of dynamic, that makes it different from any other iteration of Superman. And I really, really dig the actors, and I like the idea, the storyline, the alternate Earth. Have you watched it at all? Have you started watching Superman and Lois, or not yet?
Yeah, I watched yesterday's episode.
Okay.
I like the
so you're up to date.
The twist that they did in it. I won't give anything away just in case somebody hasn't watched.
No spoilers here, folks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think it's a good show, and I also think Stargirl is a kick-ass show as well. I love it. I can't wait for it to come back on August the 10th, which is also my friend Kara's birthday.
What are you thinking of the Flash so far? Still there? Like he froze. Hey, Mr. V Games and Toys, thanks for joining.
So I'm frozen as far as I can.
Yeah.
Sub-Zero. Oh, that's just on my. Uh-oh. We barely started this live stream. Come on now. There we go. Computer. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Any other shows you want to talk about, or any questions for me?
What do you keep in mind?
What do I? Sorry, say again.
The Flash.
Oh, The Flash. I stopped watching.
Really?
Yeah, I got really bored with The Flash. I got a little tired of it, and I'm not happy with some of the stupid behind-the-scenes politics that go on with that show too. So, you know.
Yeah. Do you think, I know Supergirl is going to be ending. Do you think maybe Flash would be the next one that might be out of there? Hey, Phil. He froze again.
Oh, I'm back. Oh my God. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Are we back? Are we alive?
Yeah.
We went to the nether realm for a minute there.
Yeah. So like I was saying, do you, with Supergirl ending, do you think the Flash might be the next one that possibly might be ending as well?
Yep. Yeah, I think the Flash is done. I'm not watching it. I've been bored of it. I think they kind of messed up with the. There was too much like Nora stuff, and I don't know if anyone could hear me previously, but I was talking about Ralph Dibny, the guy that played the Elongated Man. You know, he got canceled. So yeah, because he wrote some dirty jokes on Twitter like 10 years ago. And, you know, who's digging up old dirty jokes, and why are we attacking people for tasteless humor? Like, you know, everyone should lose their job then, right? I mean, we've all made bad jokes, but they're just, you know, I hate those witch hunts things. But I'm not going to get into the politics. It's just kind of a boring show now. Unfortunately, Flash is just kind of like, it's just not that exciting, you know? Stargirl and Superman and Lois, you know, those are the shows to watch. And Pennyworth. Pennyworth is actually pretty good too. 2 seasons.
I still need to check that out.
Yeah. Well, it's not too shabby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you want to talk about video games, or?
Sure.
I know the last episode of Pop Culture you guys did, you talked about the new Resident Evil. What's that one been like?
It's a good game. I got to sample it. I haven't played it extensively, but I've been watching it. You know, other people's reactions to it and stuff, and some highlights that you know, it's already spoiled for me. But the high game, very, very much like Resident Evil 4, if you remember, of course, from GameCube and PS4, and it is like that in the sense, except it's still first person though, just like not Village, just like Biohazard Part 7. So it's a continuation of the story of Part 7, but it's done in a Resident Evil 4 kind of style, except it's still first person. You're Ethan Winters again, for the most part. And it is a lot of fun, and I think the characters are great, the acting is great, the graphics are great, and it's genuinely creepy. Like, you know, you hear the growls of the werewolves and stuff, and all these like bats flying in your face. It's just too bad there's not a VR version, but there might be one day.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna. But a good game, definitely worth buying and playing all the way through, I'm sure.
Have you been checking out the stuff on Disney Plus?
On Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've watched the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Greg and I, of course, we talked about that on one of our last episodes there, and I thought it was pretty good. You know, I wasn't as big a fan of the Flag Smashers as I was of Baron Zemo. You know, I wish there was more Zemo. You gotta love those videos of him going around where he's dancing. He's just like awkwardly dancing. You know, it's just Victor Lucas, who's a good acquaintance of mine. He's on his show during his live stream. He actually has a shot in the top right corner of the screen of Zemo dancing on one of his live streams, and it goes on for like 20 minutes. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Anyway, Falcon and Winter Soldier, pretty good show. I thought it was decent. Loki coming up on June 9th, you know, looking forward to that. But right now, just watching The Bad Batch because I'm a huge nerd for Dave Filoni, who is a demigod amongst Star Wars nerds like myself. So, yeah, I mean, I'll watch anything with Dave Filoni's name on it. So Bad Batch is pretty good. There's this one character, Omega, who's kind of annoying. She's kind of a nuisance, but I'm sure she has a true purpose. You know, at least I think so. So we'll have to wait and see. But have you seen The Bad Batch yet?
Yeah, I've caught up.
Are you? Okay.
The new one. I've been checking out the Clone Wars, so I'm watching the movie right now. And then when I get that done, I'm going in finally watching the show.
Okay.
I got 7 seasons to watch.
Oh, geez. Wow. Yeah, well, it's worth it. It's a really, really good show. The movie is actually not great. The movie's kind of mediocre. Like, that's what started the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's funny because a lot of people really didn't like Ahsoka when that movie came out, The Clone Wars in 8, I believe. So, you know, and here we are in 2021, and everyone loves Ahsoka now, especially now that she's, played by Rosario Dawson on The Mandalorian. But Ahsoka is a great character arc. I mean, her storyline is wonderful. The steps and the lessons that she goes through, you know, she's very brash and she's very, irrational at the beginning, and she's very like, leap first before looking kind of ways. And she learns from Anakin, her master, and her Jedi Master, and so on. It's actually a really good show. Daniel Logan's on the show. He comes back as the young Boba Fett. There's a lot of great actors, great guest appearances. D. Baker is insane. Like on The Bad Batch, he has so many different voices because he's all 5 members of The Bad Batch, or 4, I guess, at the moment, right? But he's also like any other clone that you'll see, right? So it's just another character. So what an amazing career he's had, D. Bradley Baker. He's also the fish on American Dad, Klaus.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bad Batch is pretty good. Yeah.
I know another series that just finished not too long ago was the first season of Mighty Ducks Game Chasers. Did you check that out?
Yes, yeah, Game Changers, yeah. You know what? It's not bad. I mean, I gotta say it looks really lame, and it looks like a really, so shall we say like Cobra Kai-esque kind of move, where they're just like, yeah, we're bringing back the 80s, we're bringing back the 90s, whatever, But in this case, I think they do a good job. I actually liked Game Changers. I think it's actually quite watchable. Emilio's good. Lauren Graham is good, and it's not a bad show. I mean, if you love hockey, if you're a hockey dad or a hockey mom, it's the perfect show for you. That's what I think. So, hey, Phil's Creepy Videos. It's your buddy Phil here. What's up, Phil?
I know it was cool seeing kind of like the Easter eggs from like the old Mighty Ducks movies, like the old jerseys, and having some of the cast come back.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
I'm really hoping they'll do a season 2.
Hopefully, for their sake, I hope so.
Yeah.
It's been decent so far. The only thing I didn't like, the only thing I thought was ridiculous about the Mighty Ducks Game Changers show was the Canadian kid. What's his name? Logan, I think.
Yeah, from
Right?
Toronto.
Yeah, he's from Toronto. He's got the Leafs jersey on. I'm so sorry,
Yeah.
to all the Leaf fans out there right now. I know you're in mourning right now, but anyway, I don't buy that he can't skate. Like I was like, come on, this is a Canadian kid from Toronto who's a big Leafs fan can't skate. I
Yeah.
don't know about that one. I don't think any Canadian's going to believe that.
Yeah, it was funny on the last episode where I think he scored one of the goals, and Emilio Estevez is like, "Yeah, I taught him that," and then he falls down.
Right.
That was funny.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not a bad show. It's all right.
G.I. Joe Classified. I know you
Mhm.
wanted to talk about that.
Yeah, a little toy talk.
I know you just picked up a new one not too long ago.
I did. Da, 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 da. Can you see him?
Yep.
That is the Cobra Infantry, not to be confused with the Cobra Island Trooper that you have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I had to get this one. This was overpriced like a
Yeah, you got
mofo.
it. Heroes?
Like it was, I was like, oh, it's that much because I guess it's that scarce. It's
Yeah.
that scarce right now. It's that hard to find. But it was, these things should be $30 and it's getting a bit ridiculous. So yeah, I'm not going to be a completist on this line by any stretch, but
You got
it's a
that
great,
from
I love
Heroes,
him.
right?
I love the Cobra Infantry.
You got
He's
that
awesome.
from Heroes, right?
I did. Yes. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming that they're pricing within demand range, because they know that people are army building with these things, or at least they're just collecting classifieds like crazy. They do really well, and they get a lot of flack from a lot of toy channels.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you watch a lot of toy YouTube channels like myself.
Yeah.
And some of them, like Retro Blasting, for example, that's Mike and Melinda down, or Mike and Melinda down in Georgia, I believe. I think is where they originate, and they have a really fun show, and they deal mainly with vintage toys, but they're also very, very critical. And Michael, he didn't like the classified line at all. He thought they looked like crap, and I actually think they look pretty good. Myself, I have them all right here just to show off. So I mean, like Duke, for example, this is the other most recent classified figure I got, and he's got those bright colors that some people don't like. They think it's kind of like Fortnite coloring,
Is that the one that they re-released?
No, this is the original.
Yeah.
This is the first Duke. This is the first Duke that they put out. The other one is has muted colors, so the gold on his shins and stuff, it doesn't look like M. Bison from Street Fighter.
Yeah.
They kind of dulled the colors down so he doesn't look so kind of strange, like, so that part of him doesn't stand out quite so much. But I think that's fine. I don't have any issues with the redesigns in that sense. Another one that some of these toy channels don't like is Scarlet over here. And I know my video's kind of grainy and crummy, but it's kind of hard to tell. But I think her face is actually pretty good. And they come with all these really cool weapons. And, I don't know. I'm defending them. I think most of them are pretty cool. And that's why they're so hot right now. They're so hard to find, the rare ones. A buddy of mine just found Major Blood and the Cobra Viper from the classified line. And apparently he went to a Toys R Us and just asked the dude at the door, hey, do you have these figures? And he said, yep. And he just sold it to him right then and there. So apparently you can do that at Toys R Us. Did you know this?
No.
I didn't know it either. I don't know if they're doing it here at the London Toys R Us's, but
I know I think it's the June 14th is when everything's supposed to be opening back up. And probably Toys R Us is going to be going crazy.
Yeah, a lot of places are going crazy.
Yeah.
They will be. They'll be. Man, I'll be shopping like crazy when it opens. You know, I can't buy pants. Isn't that
You think that stuff
ridiculous?
would be essential?
I know. It's like, no, I guess not. Okay, no pants. Welcome to the no pants party then, because I guess I don't need pants, because you can't just buy them like, Facebook Marketplace or or curbside pickup even. They can't even do that because it's not going to fit. They're going to be too long, or they're going to be too, and then what? I can't go to the tailors because the tailors aren't essential. And it's just like if somebody needs to buy a suit right now because they're going to have an in-person interview,
Yeah.
they can't do it in Ontario. So anyway, I don't think, honestly, I kind of half joke about it. I laugh about it because it is kind of funny. I don't take it super, super seriously, but it is a good point, right? I mean, the fact that we can't buy spatulas and like forks and knives, and like, it doesn't make sense. You go into Dollarama and it's half the things are blocked off. But anyway, like I've told Greg, and I've told a lot of people that, hate Ontario now. And they kind of have their reasons, but I just say, like, this is going to be ending soon. Like, this is going to end.
Yeah.
This nonsense, Doug Ford nonsense, is going to end soon. Kids are going to be back in school soon, and we're going to return to a relative normal here in Ontario because we have to.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. I think, I don't know what else we want to talk about, but I'm sure people don't want to hear us talk about the damn pandemic because that's the
this will
last
be
story I need to hear about anymore. So
hopefully this will be the last lockdown.
yeah, fingers and toes crossed that I mean, I really, really, really need to go swimming. I mean, I hate to sound like first world problems and stuff, but honestly, my legs are killing me. I have like nerve damage to my legs, to be honest. And I'm not in good shape. For the last couple of years, my legs have really messed up and my feet are numb, and I have to get physiotherapy. And part of that physiotherapy is going to be swimming. So I can't wait until my apartment building's pool opens. I'm gonna be in there every day. Can't wait. Hey, it's John Joker, a previous guest, saying hi.
Yeah, because I know tomorrow I'm going for my first COVID shot tomorrow. So
your first shot?
At first I wasn't going to, but I might as well.
Yeah, trust me, you're gonna want to, because get it over with, get her done, because especially like anyone that's resisting out of laziness or defiance, which would be much worse. Trust me, they're going to be really peer pressured by everyone else that's already got the shots, because it's going to get that way. There's already cartoons out there, like little comic strip cartoons of everyone like glaring at the one guy that still refuses to get the shot, and they're all just waiting. We're waiting to go back to normal. Get your stupid shot. It's going to be so much pressure on people to get the shot. I'm getting mine tomorrow as well. My first one tomorrow as well. Finally, took long enough. I've been waiting like 3 weeks to get this booked. So anything to keep on moving forward and end this crap.
Are you getting it at one of the shoppers?
Yes. Yeah, the one right around the corner.
Mine is the one that's on just downtown on Adelaide and Oxford, or Oxford and Adelaide. I can't remember which one that is.
Okay.
That's why I'm getting. Yeah, because my mom, she got hers a couple weeks ago at the one over by your place.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I know. I also speaking of like the G.I. Joe Classified, I got Lady Jane and Flint on pre-order from EB Games, so who knows when I'm going to be getting them. I know a few of my pre-orders have came in, and I had to go pick them up on the EB on Wellington since the mall's closed, and that's like the next closest one.
Sweet, yeah.
John is Joker, is that a Snake Eyes behind you?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I could almost reach it, but no, I can't quite reach it. It's the 25th anniversary Snake Eyes. So, yes. What's up, John Joker? I watched your episode with Canadian Blu-ray as well. And that's an actual vintage Voltron figure right there. Lance, the sarcastic one, in the package. So, yeah. Yes, I'm a huge toy collector as well. So, yeah, with the classifieds, like I said, they are annoyingly rare, some of them. So, like I said, I'm never going to buy, all of them. But it's good that they do have them at Heroes and at EB and all those places. The NECA figures is something I actually wanted to talk about quickly here as well.
Yep.
While we're back on the subject of action figures. One of my favorite pickups that I've got finally, which, speaking of toys taking forever to get here, understandably, because of the pandemic, I did get the John Nada They Live figure. Now, this is going to look like crap, grainy footage, but still, there you go. So that's Roddy Piper, John Nada, and yeah, there you go. Come here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum. And I also got, and speaking of NECA, of course, this year I also finally found this, which is the Casey Jones and Raphael in the trench coat 2-pack. I know it looks horrible, not enough lighting, but anyway, so with NECA figures, the thing I wanted to mention about them is that they are so beautiful, right? I mean, they're so well sculpted and they're so wonderfully painted, but they're fragile as hell. So I keep them in the package. So I was wondering, like with the new McCready figure coming from John Carpenter's The Thing, that's the next NECA figure that I want to get. They haven't announced the pre-order yet in Canada, but that's the next one I'm definitely going to get. But again, I'm going to keep it in the package. And I think, honestly, these are just beautiful statues that I'm going to wind up flipping in 5 years, So, yeah, I've kind of started collecting that way, just like investment wise. Like, I can't keep all these action figures. I have like 800 action figures, some in the package, some not in the package. Most of them are loose, and a lot of them are from my childhood. So, like these guys back here, well, the original ones anyway. Thank you, John Joker. Yeah, you found a Duke today at Walmart for $335. Like a classified Duke, or is it the retro collection? I don't know, but I don't like those retro collection G.I. Joes because they're the exact same thing as this Snake Eyes up here. It's the same bloody figure pretty much. They just recycled the figures, but they brought out more retro packaging and they gave them more weapons. And that's just too much. That's just too much G.I. Joe for one man. So, yeah. Just going to get a few more classifieds. Probably Lady J and Flint and whoever else I can find. That looks cool. So,
glad I was able to let you know that the Raph and Casey 2-pack and that John figure came out.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Because that was, you heard me talking all year, in 2020, I was like, oh, I got all the turtles. I got Shredder, Splinter, and the 2 foot soldiers with 2 different weapons. But the Casey Jones and Raph, I could not find that. And every time it came in, it was gone. Same with the Cobra infantry trooper as well. Every time that came into Heroes, it was gone. So again, that's why it's, more expensive than the average classified figure. But yeah, just another reason not to be a completist, I guess. Right? It's too pricey, too muchy. So anyway, yeah. But I do collect a lot of retro stuff. How's your Transformers collection going? Have you gotten any more recent Transformers, or just focusing on other toys?
The complete first wave of Kingdom. I know wave 2 is out now. But fortunately, I haven't had any extra money to pick them up. So once like EB Games is open up again, I'm gonna have to grab whatever I come across.
Right.
And hopefully I can get the complete second wave.
Cool. I was not happy as a Canadian when I found out that I believe it's Earthrise, Prowl, and Ironhide
Yeah.
were an exclusive 2-pack at Target. Yeah. So I'm going to pay through the nose if I want that, right? I'm going to have to buy it from the States, probably eBay, you know.
Oh, I know some of the Target exclusives. They end up at Toys R Us, so maybe you might be
Really?
lucky. Yeah,
Mm.
because the Cobra Island ones, they were the Target exclusive, and they end up at Toys R Us. And I think I was just lucky enough to end up grabbing all three of them.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know that. I was wondering where you got those Cobra hard to find and so rare in Canada, it seems. So that's awesome. Okay. Well, hey, good for you, Toys R Us. I mean, you know, they don't really exist in the States right now, of course. They're apparently coming back. They're on the comeback trail once everything's reopened. And a lot of states down there are reopened already. And I watch these hockey games, and there's like a ton of fans in the US. Ugh. But anyway, yeah, everything's kind of going back to normal, and that's great. And Toys R Us can bring them in.
I know one of, I can't remember which Toys R Us it was. They still had the Cobra Island roadblock. If you were if you are interested in that one.
Yeah, I mean, there's technically 3 different roadblocks now. There's the original one, and then there's the repaint, the muted colors one, and now there's this Cobra Island as well. It's just like, oh my god, which one do I get, right? So, yeah, I'd probably get him though. I'd probably get the Cobra Island version because he's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
Well, if it's still there when I end up eventually drop in there, I'll let you know. I can grab it.
Okay, cool. Well, I've got my discount card still, so, but yeah, just let me know and I'll run in there, and once they're open again, then I'll run in there and grab it.
So, John Joker wants to know the name of your channel.
The name of my channel is my name, Neil Temple. So yeah, no mystery there. Yeah, just because
I'm and subscribe to you.
Yeah, so Neil Temple, NEIL, TEMPLE. So yeah, so you know, my YouTube channel is something that's kind of changed a lot over the years as to what it is. I've had it since 2007, so almost since the beginning of YouTube. And I used to post Fan Expo videos of people in costumes and stuff, right? That was the main thing that I did, and just put up videos of me and my friends and girlfriend and stuff, and basically like a home movies channel at first. But eventually, I was allowed to shoot little snippets of Q&As at Fan Expo and Toronto Comic Con when I lived there. I lived in Toronto for 11 years, by the way. So this is my own A&E biography. No. But anyway, long story short, my YouTube channel eventually became all about conventions and celebrity Q&As, and then eventually interviews with celebrities. And you, of course, have done some excellent interviews with celebrities as well, my friend, at many conventions, and we can't wait until they come back. I know Fan Expo is happening in October in Toronto, so hey, best of luck. But next year, everyone's saying next year is going to be a ton of conventions because everyone's going to have their shots, and then we can go to cons. Yeah, so my YouTube channel, it's you know, it's okay. It's a strange mix of things because, you know, it's been home to a lot of pop culture videos, which is based on the old radio show Greg and I did, and there's been a lot of movie reviews and TV reviews, things that you'll find on any channel. There's a few toy reviews too. If you look at the playlists. They're pretty interesting, and of course I got my news demos on there too, since I'm a professionally trained, you know, reporter / cam person / video editor / this / that. So that's been my expertise, broadcasting and banking, and banking works out a lot more often. So
yeah, I know.
But you still do broadcasting for fun. Yeah. Sorry.
I may or may not have appeared in a few of your con videos while you're walking around.
That's right. Yeah, you video bombed me many times. Yeah, I remember Forest City Comic Con 2019. I started my video and I had the camera on my face, and of course, you pull up right behind as soon as I start recording. Yeah, that's good timing. But man, I miss going to conventions so much. Just chatting with all the guests and just having a great time with friends. And I really perfected my video journalistic skills at cons. And again, a lot of that is thanks to Greg, because Greg would provide me with the media pass. I was a volunteer at Bell Media for like 4 years, I guess you could say, with Greg. So he had the full-time job. So yeah, I benefited from being Greg's partner and his buddy quite a lot for all these interviews. So yeah, definitely check out the celebrity interviews on my channel, most of which are thanks to Greg, some thanks to Fanshawe as well. But yeah, that's probably the best stuff that I did, were Q&A panels and celebrity interviews. Toy videos are fun, and movie reviews, most people don't care because there's so many reviews out there. So I never expect a lot of views, but I still do it because I love it.
John Joker said, okay, that's what I thought. You look like a news anchor.
Yeah, my picture on YouTube is still the news anchor picture from 2 years ago when I did Rogers News. Unfortunately, it never aired, and that was heartbreaking because we were told it was going to air. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna be able to see myself on TV, and I'm gonna have a news anchor demo, and it didn't work out. And my Fanshawe teachers were so great, bless them. Like, they were amazing, fantastic teachers. But it's too bad that I never got to do an anchor demo. So that picture of me with the suit on in the studio, that's a one-time thing. Just basically reminiscing about the times that I did really well as an anchor. I was a really good anchor. I can anchor. I might be a bit shiny though. I have the shiny forehead syndrome that might hold me back. But then again, so did Peter Mansbridge, right? So who knows? It's such a dream. Working in broadcasting is it is a dream. It's also a nightmare. So kind of avoid it these days. Working for a studio, that is, but doing my own thing, like you're doing your own thing, that's what everyone should do. Just got to up the production value. I just got to get a better computer and stuff like that, and much better camera, right? And not be so damn grainy. But yeah, no, like, just don't stop doing what you love, even if it doesn't pay. That's what I say.
Yeah, I know.
So thank you.
I got this.
Thank you, John. Sorry.
This laptop that I'm using now a little while ago. So that's why the live stream's in another room than the last one. It's actually down in my room.
Right. Yeah, quality control, man. It's everything. Presentation is everything. Hello, Rebels, Reptiles, and Games.
You were talking about editing videos. I know you did one for me not too long ago, and it turned out amazing. People that,
which one was that?
Pardon?
Which one was that?
The tribute video.
The tribute video to Rogue? That one?
Rogue, yeah.
Oh, your dog, yeah.
A couple people, and they said it actually brought tears to their eyes, that it turned out so good.
Well, thank you. Yeah, she was really cool about it.
Definitely still not the same in here without her.
No, I know. Yeah, it's really tough losing a pet. It's like losing a brother or a sister or something, right? It's tough. I've lost many pets in my day too, so yeah, just got to remember the good times that you have with them. But that's great. I'm glad that people really enjoyed the video. I try my best. I'm a pretty good video editor. I like to think that God, I don't want to sound egotistical, but I'm pretty damn good. Like, if I get my hands on Avid or Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere, something like that, like they use at CTV News London, which I could do that job with my eyes closed, honestly. Like, editing the news is the easiest thing in the world for me, but I love it. I love it so much. I want to do more challenging things with visual effects, and import more Photoshop and After Effects and things like that, and make a whole new like animated intro to my videos and stuff. And you should do that too, and if you can, and get that going, and just reach a lot more people, if that's your goal. My goal is just to make good content and have it not be boring. But I also want it to look as good as possible. So I'm going to keep working on maybe, coming up with like an intro to my channel or to my videos, that is, animation or something like that. Something like Retro Blasting does, they're cool. They do a very quick little intro, and I could do that easily. So anyway, I don't take my YouTube channel too seriously. It's not my day job, but I do love it. So yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've edited a few videos on my own, but I got a long way to go to improve on that.
Yeah, well, it's great. I mean, there's a lot of cool tricks that you can do, even with very basic editing software. The trick for me is to have a computer good enough so that playback is good, because often when I use a cheap editing program on my cheap laptop, the one that I'm using right now, it tends to play back very jerky. It's like, and the transitions, you can't tell if the transition was smooth, if it was clean or not. So yeah, it's there's a lot of learning like the hard way when it comes to editing. So okay, apparently is that the link to my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was the link, Neil Temple 123, but I guess so. I must have created that in 2007. But thank you, John Joker. So yeah, I've got about 800 subscribers. I know my buddy Jay Bartlett just recently passed 1,000, and you're getting up there too, of course. Yeah. So it's great to see that we're reaching more people. More people are appreciating, the videos and the time that goes into making them, even if they are just kind of fast, cheap, and out of control sometimes. But yeah, that's awesome. Thank you once again, John, for that. Yeah. What else do you want to talk?
Are there any action figures that are coming out that you're looking forward to getting?
Yeah. Well, like I said, the McCready figure, the Kurt Russell character from The Thing, that NECA's going to put out. I can't wait for that. I was looking forward to the Ironhide and Prowl, but they are Target exclusives, so I don't know if I'm going to bother. I don't want to overpay for too many of these things, and I'll probably get Lady J and Flint and Cobra Viper, Firefly, whoever else I can find. Maybe Zartan, So yeah, I don't know. Speaking of Zartan, I don't know. I just wanted to know, did I tell you this story already? I don't know, but thank you for subscribing. I did a Cobra Commander impression on my YouTube channel. You'll see it says my quick Cobra Commander impression on my channel, and it's from like 5 years ago. And I worked on it really hard, and I tried to get the Chris Latta sound, the original actor who did it. He's since passed away, sadly. But when I did that, I got a comment from a guy named Zach Hoffman, who wrote, "Spot on, great job." And I went, Zach Hoffman, that's the voice of Zartan on the 80s G.I. Joe cartoon. He worked with the original actor who did Chris Latta. And I also, just on Facebook, I'm friends with Abby Cluster, who's Chris Latta's daughter. So I'm friends with the daughter of Cobra Commander and Starscream. And I'm also a notorious name dropper. But anyway, yeah, so I just thought that was cool. But yeah, I can't really afford too many figures. There's a lot of retro figures I want to get to. I'm a retro G.I. Joe collector, as you know. And just recently completed Voltron again, as you can see. Well, I've got the whole thing over there. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of toys, a lot of figures that I've just stopped collecting and just want to focus on very certain specific ones. So basically just G.I. Joe and maybe a few Transformers and a couple of NECAs. But I'm pretty much done with Transformers. I can't think of too many more that I'd want to get, new or old. So the Frankenstein NECA, I don't think so. I don't think I've seen it yet. If I see it and it's cool, then maybe. But you know, like we were talking about earlier, just like NECA, they kind of make toys that aren't meant to last. And so with a lot of NECA stuff, I buy it to flip it. You know, like I'm an old eBay toy seller. I used to have my own eBay toy store 20 years ago, and I made a ton of money selling original Kenner Star Wars figures in the package and Superpowers figures in the package. I sold a Batman once for 255 US after paying 50 US for it, for a package 1984 Superpowers Batman. And that's my greatest sales story ever. And so I do buy toys to sell some. I sell like maybe a third of the toys that I collect because you have to. So with NECA, I'm probably going to sell most, if not all, of my NECA stuff because their stuff is fragile, as beautiful and perfect looking as it is. A lot of the NECA toys, as pointed out on other YouTube channels like Retro Blasting, subscribe to Retro Blasting as well, by the way. You should if you love toys. But yeah, they're just perishable goods, and NECA will even say that. Like, these toys are not meant to last. They will break if you play with them too much. These are not for kids. Let's take a look at my John Nata here. Does it say? Ages 0 to 3. So you can be 4 years old and play with a fragile NECA figure. Yeah, right. A 4-year-old would break it, I'm sure. But anyway, so yeah.
Yeah, I know the ones that I've been keeping an eye on trying to get is the AEW figures.
Oh yeah.
Except like when before the lockdown, every time I went to Walmart, doesn't matter which one it was, all they had was the empty places where they were supposed to be. And you know, it's just been crazy. It's like I don't ever think I'm gonna end up finding any of them.
Yeah. Collecting is kind of it can get a bit crazy, you know, and I think everyone should collect no more than 2 or 3 lines myself, just for their own mental health and for the sake of their wallets and stuff. I just, you know, because there's so many great things out there, and we're fans of so many different movies and shows and video games and, you know, and vintage stuff. Like, you know, just being a vintage collector alone can get so pricey and expensive. So, yeah, it's fun to collect, but when it gets to be like, oh my God, I have to spend this much and I have to wait this long and I have to, you know, all just so I can get every figure in the line or what, it's too much a hassle. I only have 2 complete lines of action figures in my whole collection of 800 figures. And that's the 1984 G.I. Joe line. I have every single figure from the 84, all the vehicle drivers, mail-aways, like the hooded Cobra Commander, you know. Have them all. And the Watchmen figures from 2009, based on the Zack Snyder movie, I have every single one of those, including the rare Toys R Us exclusive Jailed Rorschach figure, which is actually really hard to find. So these days. So yeah, that's it in terms of complete. So just collect for fun, you know. Don't go crazy. Don't blow all your money on on toys just because they're awesome.
Yeah, because I know somebody that I know that I have on Facebook. Apparently, he was at the Walmart that was close to him, and I guess he told me that they had a few of the AEW figures, and he went to take a picture of them to send it to me. Some guy shoved them out of the way and grabbed them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You know,
that's
crazy,
like man. Probably
crazy to get them.
Yeah, I've heard like stories about scalpers grabbing these exclusive Ninja Turtles figures and like all these crazy hard to find figures that they put out there, and people are just allowed to walk out with like 3 or 4, you know, however many of them they want, and it's just like, okay, well, I guess I won't be getting that figure. You know,
yeah.
It's madness. Just yeah, too much.
Yeah, I have all the turtle ones, like how you said with the NECA figures, how they're like fragile. I have like all the turtle ones like hanging up on my wall, and it's like I'm not gonna ever open them.
Right.
I'm hanging up there.
Yeah, no, I totally. like I said, they're it even says on NECA's website that they are perishable goods. You know,
Yeah.
they're not meant to last. You know, they're they're up there with I don't know, like dairy products and stuff or something. You know, things that like are not meant to last. It's just you're supposed to just have them, enjoy them, and then once they break, you know, that's it, or
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know. I guess that's their plan, but I don't know. What do you think of the DC McFarlane figures that they've been putting out?
I have a few of them. I think they're
You
pretty.
do, yeah. They've been quite collectible. I know a lot of people like Sky. You know, my roommate Sky. He collects them too. You know, and yeah, they seem to be doing pretty well. I'm not like crazy about the designs myself, and you know, there's no room for me to collect a new line of DC figures. So I've got too much already, but they're pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. I was able to grab a few from EB Games when they do like the $5 Friday.
Right.
So I was able to grab a few, and I grabbed like a couple extra ones that I paid like $5 for, and I sold for like 15. So kind of made a little extra money there.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. Yeah, nice. Yeah. It's we could talk about collecting action figures forever, eh? Does your Sergeant Slaughter still in two pieces? Does he still need a new elastic? Your vintage Slaughter?
Yeah, his legs broke.
Oh, his legs
And, you know,
broke?
no, like the elastics.
Oh, okay. So that's easy.
And, you know, because it was weird, because I know you repaired it. And, you know, I came home and I never touched it, and then I went to look at it, and the thing snapped. So it's like, oh, great.
Yeah, that's the only thing about vintage GI Joes is that the elastics will wear down. The O-rings, as collectors call them, inside these little tiny dark elastics, and you know, it's easy to replace them. Unfortunately, there's a lot of elastics and O-rings that aren't quite the right size. They're a little too thick, and you can't bend them easily enough to fix the Joe. So often what I do is I take like a lot of elastics from other GI Joes that are already broken, you know, and they're just used for parts. So if they have a good elastic, that's the best way to go, is to recycle one with a really good elastic. So I'm sure I have a couple I can give you for your old Sergeant Slaughter figure there. GI Joe, in my opinion, is the greatest toy line like ever, at least of the 20th century. Do you have a favorite toy line of all time, or at least of a certain decade or so yourself?
Like the newer stuff or like the older stuff? Or...
Yeah, like what do you think is the best, either the best of all time or the best of 20th century and the best of 21st century or something? Is there a personal favorite?
I probably would have to say I know I only have a few of them, but the G1 Transformers I think are pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah, a lot of them are really cool, absolutely. I mean, ingenious design, of course, you know. The Diaclone line and the Microchange line and all that came over to America. I liked a lot of the ones that they came out with later, like the Target Masters and Six Shot, you know, which had like 6 different modes and stuff. So yeah, I mean, the Transformers is definitely up there. But like I said, for me, it's got to be GI Joe for me, just because of the amount of characters, the amount of play sets and vehicles, and I mean, just there was no end to GI Joe. The aircraft carrier and the space shuttle and the Cobra Terradrome and all that stuff was just, man, it was mind blowing. It was bigger than He-Man. It was bigger than anything. So definitely my favorite. That's a good point. Sorry. I was going to say, that's a good point, John Joker. McFarlane toys are very fragile as well. Yeah, totally. It's like the old DC Direct, DC Collectibles figures. You know, those are really fragile as well, which is why I'm going to sell probably all my DC Direct figures, because they're just statues and I can't take care of them. So, yeah. Yep.
Oh, I had a few of the original GI Joe, and we're all complete. And this is before I really started getting into like the collecting. I ended up trading them into heroes, which now I wish I would have hung on to them.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, some of the Joes at Heroes, they kind of vary in condition, right? Some of them, you got to look at them. You got to make sure that they don't have cracked elbows,
Yeah.
unless that's not a deal breaker for you. But if they have like broken crotches and stuff, like a lot of Joes do, or broken thumbs is another one, especially with the original first couple of lines from 82, 83. A lot of the thumbs are broken off on those. Yellowing is another big problem, of course, with pretty much any lightly painted colored toy. Storm Shadow and Snow Job were they always turned yellow. And Storm Shadow, 1984 Storm Shadow, he can be pretty pricey to replace. Or if you want to try the peroxide treatment and try to make your yellow action figures turn white again, there's pros and cons to that too. It might work, but it might also backfire. And it also might just go right back to yellowing, even if it does restore it. Eventually it'll just go yellow again. So it's a tough thing, but yeah.
Yeah, John Joker, GI Joe too.
Yep. Exactly. Yo Joe. Yeah, because it is a they were just so posable, right? I mean, I'm sure John will agree. They were the most articulate action figures, and therefore, as a child, you could have playtime. You could have the most imaginative scenes. You create these action battle scenes and adventures and storylines. I used to do that in my head. I used to have crossovers with the Kenner Star Wars figures and the Hasbro GI Joes, but I would much rather play with the GI Joes because their knees could bend and they had the arm swivel and everything, and they could hold their guns properly. Starting in 83. It just made playtime so much more interesting, so much more imaginative, and just being able to move. It was making your own movies back then and stuff, Robot Chicken before Robot Chicken. Used to do stop motion stuff back in the day. Yeah.
What other classified ones do you have?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because I actually happen to have them all right here within reach. So the first one I ever got was, of course, Snake Eyes. So with this Snake Eyes, which is not the hardest to find Snake Eyes, this is the easy version, the easy basic, version of him. It's not a variant. He was interesting to find because, like, originally it was like, okay, I'm just going to get Snake Eyes. I'm just going to get him. That's it. Nobody.
That's how it started out for me.
What's that?
That's how it started out for me.
Right. Yeah, that's how it always starts, eh? Yeah. Yeah, it's just like eating Lay's chips. You can't just have one. So I also got Destro. And I'm going to tell you a really quick, heartwarming story about Destro and why he's so special to me. Well, he's Scottish, like me, but that's not why. Actually, I have one of my favorite memories as a child is actually my mom and I, she took me to buy Destro, the original Destro, in 1983, 84, whenever that was, after I was at summer camp, the daycare camp or whatever it was. And I just remember, her going, okay, you get one GI Joe for, good behavior, and I was like, oh, I don't know which one to get. So I got the shiny one, of course, because we're all attracted to shiny things. And that's just a special memory for me. It's just, I remember that day. And, I was a really lucky kid, right? I had really great parents. So I showed you Scarlet. I also have Scarlet. I also have Gung Ho. Thanks to you, sir.
Yeah.
He's awesome. I really like this Gung Ho. This Gung Ho actually has hair, which is crazy. Yeah. He's got like a little mohawk underneath his hat. But that's really cool that you can remove the hat. And of course I have Cobra Commander. Yes. Yeah. Love that figure. Greg got me that one. And then just the Cobra Trooper. So I don't have that many. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 G.I. Joe classified figures so far, and probably more to come. Yeah.
Well, I know you were happy to get that gung ho one.
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, yeah. And you also got me Rat Trap as well from Kingdom. He's up there on my Transformer shelf, which I won't show right now, but it's too dark. But yeah, thank you very much. You're all fueling my my toy collecting addiction. And you also got me the Mandalorian heavy trooper thing. Not trooper, but you know what I mean. The heavy Mandalorian as well. So thank you for that. Yeah, so 800 figures. And I'm 43 years old. It's time to sell some, but yeah, we're flipping some of them soon. I'm going to put some stuff up on Facebook Marketplace, make a bit of money, try to save up for a new car because Neil needs a new car, a car, period. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Excuse me. Huh.
Oh, Cobra Commander Supreme. Ooh. Ooh, Supreme. Oh, you're so supreme. I don't know what that
I
means.
am already subscribed to Rebel. Check.
Rebel Reptiles and Games. Yes. All right. I shall sub. Why not? You know, it's free.
I know how I mentioned the EB Games $5 Friday. I know every once in a while they'll have some cool like figures that are normally like 30 bucks and up. And I was lucky enough to get Marvel's Apocalypse
Oh, wow.
for the $5. So that's kind of another line that I'm getting into.
That's a bargain.
Yeah.
That's a bargain. Nice. Good job. That's a nice grab.
I guess maybe we could talk about movies now.
Sure.
Are there any ones that you've seen recently?
I've seen quite a few movies recently that were released this year. I saw Nobody with why am I forgetting his name? I don't know. But anyway, Better Call Saul. I'll think of it later. But somebody comment the name of the actor from Better Call Saul right now. Anyway, it was a decent movie. Nobody. It came out a few months ago. I'm actually late to this one. But it was a little different than what I thought it was going to be. And if I talk about it too much, there'll be spoilers. I'll spoil it if I say why I didn't like it as much as I hoped. I just thought it was going to be a bit different than it was in the end because it got a bit silly at times. But it's fun. The action is very fun. I mean, it's not going to bore you. That's for sure. You're not going to be on your phone watching this movie, God, I miss movie theaters when people can't be on their phones and distracted by their phones and, yeah, I'm watching a movie right now. No, you're not. You're on your phone. Oh, you're right. Oh, I missed a scene. Oh, well, in the theater, you can't do that, even though some people still do. So Nobody was pretty good. I mean, I'd give it like a 7 out of 10, Bob Odenkirk. Thank you. I knew I'd remember it. He's really good in the movie. Christopher Lloyd's a lot of fun in the movie too. So it's a good time. It's not a great film, but it's a good time. I also enjoyed Mortal Kombat. Same kind of thing. Not a great film, but a good time. If you're Sky and I, in our hindsight review of Mortal Kombat, this is what we do now. We do hindsight reviews to see if we still like a movie 6 months later or 3 months later or something. And with Mortal Kombat, it was only like maybe a month later. And we thought, we still like it. It's a good movie. We understand why critics hate it because it does have the ridiculous Mortal Kombat story, right? It's just like, it's Enter the Dragon with some Big Trouble in Little China and a lot of cheese, sprinkled in. But because the characters are so wonderfully done and so wonderfully portrayed, especially Kano, right? Everyone loves Kano, even though he's a despicable character. He was fantastic. So entertaining. The movie was good because of the action. It wasn't perfect, but I thought the Scorpion stuff was kind of truncated and it was kind of like, they could have built him a bit more. it was a bit too much, kind of like just a bunch of violence and not enough, kind of heart to it, I guess. But I still liked it. I still had a good time. I still defend it. It's kind of a guilty pleasure, but it's good. And what was the other movie that I just watched recently? Army of the Dead. Have you seen that one yet?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you think?
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I heard I guess it was the one that was supposed to do it before Netflix ended up getting it. I think I think. I guess apparently they were supposed to make another one, so hopefully Netflix will end up doing that. Especially how the first one ended.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it was okay. I thought Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead, I thought it borrowed a lot from Aliens and and maybe Dawn of the Dead. It was kind of an obvious inspiration, but it was kind of like, okay, Batista was good. I like Dave Batista. I thought he gave a good performance. But if you watch the Screen Junkies Honest Trailers video about Army of the Dead, they get it spot on. They get it perfectly. They nail it, in their opinion of it. I just thought it was a little derivative. It was like they had like this woman that looks just like Vasquez, like with the red bandana, and then Tig Notaro, right? I think that's her name. She, it looks like she's not going to show up in the helicopter, and then she does, just like Bishop at the end of Aliens. So Sky and I were watching this movie going, this is Aliens. Aliens did it better, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, right? So it's kind of hard to, kind of a high bar to, to hit. But it was okay. It was all right.
Especially, I read somewhere that with the zombie tiger, how they kind of missed out on that in The Walking Dead with when Sheila got killed.
Yeah. They didn't want to do a zombie tiger thing. I mean, that's pretty terrifying, a zombie tiger. My goodness. I mean, yikes. I don't know. I mean, any other movies that are out that I want to see? I really want to see A Quiet Place Part 2 because I really enjoyed the first one. And some other movies that are coming out, like I want to see Dune. I know not a lot of people are excited for Dune, but I want to see it. The Uncharted movie, with Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg as Sully, like it has zero hype. I don't get it. Like, what's going on with the Uncharted movie? Like, is it are there troubles, in La La Land? Like what's going on? Is it like they're not hyping it? They're not promoting it. There's no teaser trailer. There's nothing planned. So it's really strange. But I am interested in seeing it because I played, 4 of the games, the first 4 games, and what else is coming out? Ghostbusters, of course, Afterlife as well, right? So lots of cool stuff coming. Looking forward to it. What are you looking forward to most, movie-wise?
For ones that I still want to see that I haven't seen yet is Wonder Woman 1984. I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, really? Okay. It hasn't been spoiled yet for you either, eh?
No. I want to see the Mortal Kombat. Definitely want to see that one.
You'll like that one.
And then the new Fast and the Furious.
Oh, right. Yeah. Is it called like Fast 9 or something? I don't know. Something like that. But unbelievable car stunts in these movies. They're just such an amazing visual experience. Are these Fast and the Furious movies? Unfortunately, I don't really care much about the characters myself. I'm just like, yeah. They're okay, but it's all about the cars. Wonder Woman 1984 is interesting, to say the least, because it's got a really, really strange third act, and I'm still kind of puzzled by it. Like really, this is what they did? Like really? Like it's just, you'll see. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I enjoyed the first 2/3 of the movie. I thought the last third sucked, but
Yeah.
I'd be interested in knowing your opinion.
I know how we were talking about Army of the Dead, and like the zombie tagger. I don't know if you knew this, but the guy that the tagger ended up killing is from one of the Walking Dead shows.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
So I know he fortunately his character on the Walking Dead show just ended up getting killed. So
yeah, he was on Fear. He was on Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
He was also on the old Terminator show, the Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Yeah, I
He was
remember
the Cromartie.
Yeah,
he was Cromartie Terminator. He's been in a lot of things. He was on that show, something Grace. I forget the name of it now, but anyway, whatever. He's been in a lot of stuff. He's done well for himself. So, there he is in Army of the Dead. And that guy from Sons of Anarchy as well. He played the security guard that was taken away, by the alpha zombies.
Yeah.
Zombies having babies. How is that possible? I don't know about that. But anyway, kind of have to be alive to have a baby, I thought, but okay.
Have you seen any other shows that you wanted to talk about?
I don't think so. I mean, I've watched so much television. We've pretty much covered all the great stuff that's going on right now, and there's a lot more shows out there that I don't have time to watch. I started watching Jupiter's Legacy, which was pretty good. It was okay. Wasn't anything really too special, and just watching anything and everything that I can when I have time. But those are the shows, like the shows we talked about, are the main ones that I'm watching. Can't wait for Stargirl. That's coming, like I said, August 10th. So check it out if you're a DC fan, especially if you love the Justice Society of America, the JSA. It's a must. It's a must watch. And it's too bad that show kind of makes it look like Saved by the Bell superheroes or Dawson's Creek superheroes or something. It makes it look like it's only about the teenagers, which it's not. It's not about just them. It's it's also about Luke Wilson's character, and it's also about the Justice Society, the original superheroes of DC Comics of the 40s. So, and I love those characters. Absolutely love them. The original Flash and Green Lantern and Dr. Fate and Wildcat and Starman and so many. So, yeah, I do a really good job, or at least I give it a really good effort to constantly plug Stargirl. They should start paying me. CW should send me some checks for all the times that I've promoted the hell out of their show. I finished Snowpiercer. I watched season 2 of that on Netflix. Season 2 has Sean Bean in it. Jennifer Connelly was the star of season 1, and then some episodes of season 2. It's got kind of a disappointing ending to season 2, but it's still a pretty good show. Based on the movie, based on the book, I guess. But it's really more based on the book. It's got nothing to do with the movie. It's a complete reboot. So I recommend Snowpiercer. And yeah, there's too many shows. I'm not going to be able to think of what else looks cool and what I'd recommend, but we pretty much covered them all.
I know one show that I have been watching since it came on, but I've noticed that it's starting to go downhill, is Legends of Tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the earlier seasons were really good. Now it's just like, come on, when is it going to be done?
Yeah, exactly. It's gotten so bad, and all the cool characters have left the show. Like even Rory, right? He's gone now as well. So yeah, exactly. So no more Heat Wave. Yeah, I just don't care for these characters and a lot of what they do when they go back in time, it just winds up being so cheesy, so corny and
Yeah.
silly, and it's just not serious. And that's actually the show that I thought, because at the beginning I thought it was going to be like, this is going to be the Justice Society of America show that we've been hoping for, because they started out with like Hawkman and Hawkgirl and all these great characters, but then a lot of characters kept leaving and kept changing and disappearing, and all my favorite characters left the show, like the Atom, Ray Palmer, Firestorm, those two actors that did a great job there, and now, like I said, now Rory's left the show too, so it's like, I don't really care, about these characters anymore. It's too bad, because it just got way too silly, and if you don't take DC semi-seriously, then it just doesn't have any weight to these shows. So Stargirl is a show where people die, there are consequences for failing, to be a hero, and consequences for being in the wrong place at the wrong time and things like that, and Stargirl examines that, and so does Pennyworth, and so does Doom Patrol. That's another good one. I don't know if you like Doom Patrol, but I like that show.
Yeah, I know Rory, he is my favorite character from Legends. And it was funny, one of the episodes, they were going against kind of like a robot. But you remember when the first Men in Black movie, where the person gets killed and there was like the little alien inside of them?
Right? Yep.
Well, it turns out there was like a robot with a little alien inside of him that was controlling him. So at the end, it was coming in the end of the episode. So he comes out and he's talking to the other Legends, and next thing you know, Rory comes into the room and squashes him. It was funny.
Oh yeah. See, I'm gonna miss him.
I was sitting there watching it, and I was thinking, that's probably what's going to happen. And sure enough, he comes into the room and squashes them.
I love that guy. I love that actor that plays Rory. He was Dracula in Blade Trinity, and he was also in Prison Break as well, with the actor that played Leonard Snart, right? As well, Captain Cold. So, yeah. Oh, hey, Dave's Dimension, what's up? I think we're getting near the end, I think, but
is there anything else you want to talk about? That
I think we're good. I think just a lot of good stuff going on, a lot of stuff to do, lots of stuff to watch and look forward to as Ontario's reopening plan commences. As of tomorrow, I guess, is when that begins, I think. And then 2 weeks later, we can go shopping again, right? Can I buy pants yet? I can't buy pants. It's ridiculous. It is pretty ridiculous. But, as long as everyone's being safe and, all that baloney that we all say to each other every friggin' day is just stay safe and wash your hands and all that. It's not baloney, it's true. But you know what I mean? We're just tired. We're just tired of hearing it. So yeah, that's all. I'm just, nothing else I can really talk about other than just hang on, people in Ontario. Things are going to get better. And in the meantime, there's so many great, cool things to watch and collect. Right. So yeah, so have fun with that and keep playing more video games. I can't wait to get back to Squadrons VR. That's what I'm playing next. So yeah.
Ooh, yeah, I know. I just finished, Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Oh, great.
Have you played that one yet?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I played it and I got sidetracked by other games, but yeah, Greg says wash your ass.
Hey, Greg. Yeah, I know. I can't also wait for for the cons to start up again.
Yeah.
And like to do like the interviews and stuff. So I believe I think the last one I did was with Cooper Andrews, I think. I think that's the last one I did before. and I think that turned out pretty cool.
Yeah, the last interview I did was with Tara Spencer Nairn from Corner Gas, and Corner Gas Animated, and that was a quick interview. They only gave me a couple minutes, but she was nice. She was really cool. But yeah, 2 years ago, man, I can't wait to hang out with people again at conventions and talk to them and interview them on camera. Like just anyone and everyone. It doesn't have to be a celebrity guest, I love interviewing people. I love capturing moments, I love videography. I love editing. It's my thing, It's too bad there's no work in it really, but like I said, earlier, an hour and a half ago when we started this, still do it anyway, just by passion, if not by pay. So I'm still going to make videos. I can't wait for things to get back to normal, and it's probably going to happen sooner than people, pessimistically think. But I understand that pessimism too, because it's been way too long. So anyway, can't wait to go see a movie in the theater. I got to see Dune in the theater. Dune and Ghostbusters, I got to see those in the theater. There's no way I'm spending $30 at home to watch it by myself, and be distracted by my phone and stuff. So go to theaters when they reopen, people. Support your local theater. Tradition. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about?
Any new video games that are set to come out that you're looking forward to?
I can't think of any. I've got too many to play right now. Like I'm still playing Squadrons VR, right? Still playing Fallen Order. Still trying to finish that game. And hockey. I'm playing NHL, with my cousin, and whatever else I'm playing. I got a ton of vintage games as well. Silver Screen Machine hooked me up with a lot of old video games. So yeah, I've been playing that too. But in terms of new games coming out, not really, because I have no plans to get any of these games that are coming out on PS4, because I feel like I'm eventually going to get a PS5 anyway. And I want to get like the great versions of those, those PS5 versions of those games instead of the PS4 version. So I'm looking forward to, God of War, Ragnarok, and I'm looking forward to other games that are coming, like Horizon Forbidden West. Looks amazing. I loved Horizon Zero Dawn. That was such a fun game, taking on these crazy cyborg animals, and whatnot. Fantastic stuff. Mafia actually is, a remake of an older game, and I really want to play that game. I really want to get a copy of that, so I'm looking forward to that. So there you go. So even though that's an old game, redone last year, I think they put it out. That's one I really want to get, is Mafia, because I finished Mafia 2 on Xbox 360 like, I don't know, 12 years ago or something, and it was a fantastic, if glitchy, good time. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to Mafia for sure.
Yeah, no, I have that Event Horizon that I still have to play in my my stack of games that I have to play.
Yeah, it's a common problem. We have too many games and too little time. Yeah. I still got my Nintendo and Super Nintendo mini classics as well, that I play from time to time, right? So, there's just too many options, too many choices, and I'm just working too much. So,
yeah, I know. I also have the NS Nintendo Classic that I still haven't even opened it yet. I still
really? Oh wow!
Upstairs, and I've been meaning to hook it up, but so far I haven't got around to it.
Oh, I just recently finished The Legend of Zelda, the original game, for the first time since the 80s. I was just like, whoa. There's a lot of games that I finished actually on Super Nintendo and stuff, like Super Star Wars and games like that I haven't finished since the 90s. And so great. Takes me back. Ninja Gaiden is another one that's just so hard to finish. But a few years ago, when Greg lent me his Nintendo, I bought a copy of Ninja Gaiden and I finished it. I played Batman on NES as well, borrowed that one, and I couldn't finish it. I couldn't beat the Joker. I got to be honest. I could lie and say I finished it, but I didn't. I never finished it. For over 30 years of trying, I still can't finish that game. So lots of others, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, another game that I haven't finished since like 1990. I still can't beat Mike or Mr. Dream if you're playing the other version. It's too hard at the end. It's just one punch and you're out. So, but yeah, video games. Been playing a lot of them, but I'm just tired of being inside too. I want to get out there. I want to go swimming. I want to hang out with friends and go to conventions and concerts and stand-up comedy shows, and I can't wait. I'm just so excited for Ontario to reopen. And let's just hope all goes according to plan. So anyway, yeah. Well, yeah. So I don't know. I'm good. Anything else you want to talk about?
Nothing I can think of right now.
Well, it's been a good hour and a half.
Yeah.
So it's a successful live stream. Sorry about the quality.
I was hoping to try to get this 2 hours.
Oh, well, I'm good. I gotta open my store tomorrow, so I gotta go to bed soon, get ready, and all that. But yeah, this is pretty good, successful live stream. I should do my own live streams, and I'll have you as a guest, so I'll return the favor, right? And I'll have Greg on as a guest too, and everyone else that wants to do it. And it'll be fun just to chat it up, and that's all I can think of because my brain is dead tired.
Yeah, because I know there was a few other shows that I've been watching that you probably never end up checking out. It's, the Kung Fu. It's on the CW.
It's the new Kung Fu?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I've only seen the old David Carradine.
Yeah,
show.
It's a new one that they just came out with. It's not bad. And then also Rookie Blue with Nathan Fillion.
Oh, Rookie Blue. Right.
That's
or is it The Rookie?
Show.
Is it called The Rookie or is it Rookie Blue?
No, The Rookie. Yeah, Rookie Blue was another show. Yeah,
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, you gotta love Nathan Fillion.
Yeah. He's pretty good on it. And then there was a couple other shows that came out. Slowly they're coming back.
Yeah. Too much. Too many choices, too many things to watch and play, and collect. But
yeah.
Hey.
I want to say thanks for being part of this stream.
Thank you. Like I said, I wish the quality of my camera was better, but I'll have to look into that, and probably time for a new laptop anyway. But yeah, it's fun. Thanks so much for having me.
You're working fine now.
Yeah, it look okay. Looks pretty grainy to me still, but oh well. What can I do? It'll look better on my phone. My phone camera looks perfect. Like it looks so good. Except of course it's like 4:3 when you zoom, right? So I don't know how it is on YouTube, but I assume it's probably the same. We'll have to try it out, test it out. But yeah, like I said, I thank you so much for having me, and thanks so much for all the support over the years for our radio show. Greg and I, our radio show from 2016, formerly on CJBK News Talk 1290. And thank you for being a friend, Dorothy.
I guess now you can with a lot of contests.
What's that? I couldn't really hear you. Sorry.
I can officially say now with a lot of great contests that I probably won the most of them.
Yeah. No, you're in a lot of it. Absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, Pop Cultured was so great. It was so much fun, and I really sharpened my skills as an interviewer, doing that. Like I said, interviewing over 50 celebrities, guests of all kinds, mostly voice actors. I guess that's kind of what we focused on, was people known for cartoons and video games and stuff. But
Yeah.
like Ruben Langdon and Tracy Moore and Allison Court and Billy West and Rob Paulson, and the list goes on and on. And Greg got to interview some really, really cool people. He interviewed Cesaro, right? WWE superstar Cesaro. And he also got to interview Curtis Blow, like a pioneer of hip hop. And we had a good show. We did some great stuff. We had some great guests. So we're definitely going to keep some version of it going, whether it's just on YouTube or just Facebook. So I guess I'll just plug that right now for the heck of it. If anyone wants to check out Pop Cultured, our show that Greg and I have been doing for a while, on Facebook, you just go to Pop Cultured Canada. If you just type that in the search at the top, Pop Cultured Canada, you'll get there, and just click like, and you'll be updated with the latest and greatest of entertainment news. And we used to, of course, I use the term used to, specialize in local events like the local Smash Wrestling or local London Comic Con or Forest City Comic Cons, Shockstock and Heatwave and all these great cons. And we just promote the hell out of anything and everything that we can. So if you have a project that you want to promote, like Jay Bartlett, he's been on the show to promote his stuff, like Action Figure Adventure. He's been on our show to promote that. Tammy Heisel was on our show to promote Fanatics, and Sean Rockin' Boxes was there to promote Fresh Kills Con and everything. And that's what we do. We promote people. So if you want to connect with us on Facebook, then just click like on our Facebook page, Pop Cultured Canada. And that's it. Plug over.
I like that when you had wrestlers on your show.
What about wrestlers on our show?
From Smash, like Tyson, Cody Deaner.
Yeah, a lot of Cody Deaner, a lot of Deaner. The Redneck Renegade. Yeah.
Have you been checking out what he's been doing in Impact?
A little bit, because I follow him on social media, so I get a lot of his videos. Greg knows him a lot better than I do, of course, but he's a cool guy. Working with some familiar faces, Rhino, and guys like that. So yeah, Showtime, Eric Young. I guess they just call him Eric Young now, but yeah, good group of guys over there. So yeah, I can't wait to see live wrestling again. Smash events in London at the London Music Hall, where they were just fantastic. So looking forward to that happening again. So yeah. Even though I'm not like a super fanatic for wrestling anymore, but a good live show is a good live show. Yeah. So yeah. All right. Well, I don't know. Should we wrap her up?
Okay, let's wrap it up so
All
you
right.
can get some rest.
Thank you. Yeah, I got to get my stuff together here for tomorrow and get ready. So. Get ready for the day and get ready for my shot tomorrow as well. 2:30 at Shoppers Drug Mart across the street. That's where I'm getting my shot. So
mine's at like 12:30.
Okay. Are you get what style are you getting? I'm getting Moderna myself.
I'm not sure actually.
Okay. Well, they're all safe, for the most part. There have been a few rare cases of blood clots, I know, with AstraZeneca, but trust me, folks, get the shot. It's extremely rare that it's going to hurt you, so get the shot. Anyway, that's all for me, Neil Temple of Doom. So, yeah, man, thanks again for having me on your show, on your channel again. And, I can't wait to, like I said, go back to conventions with you and shoot some more celebrity interviews with you.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, we'll have to do this again sometime.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like I said, I'll try and improve the quality here, but what can I do? We'll try it on my phone next time and see if it's like super 4:3 or whatnot. I'll have it horizontal so it's not so bad, because when it's vertical, it's way too thin, right? The aspect ratio. So, but yeah, we'll fool around with that. I'm sure Greg and I are going to mess around with Zoom as well, and stuff. So yeah, look forward to that. And who knows? I might even do a few more action figure reviews just for the heck of it, just for the love of videography, right? So, and editing.
Oh.
Right on. I hope so. All right, brother. Thanks again. And yeah. Peace and stay good to each other, everybody.
Take care.
See ya.